Welcome to Studio ABC's first virtual art show. This is put on by the members of Studio ABC Facebook group. I am Linda Ann McIntosh, creator of Studio ABC Facebook group and Studio ABC YouTube channel. We hope that you'll come and join us after seeing this and share your art with us on Studio ABC's Facebook group. And now in random order, Sonia Harold is our first artist. She's a retired hospice nurse. She's a grandmother and does art mostly for fun. She loves her life living in sunny Florida. She doesn't have a website yet, but she's working on it. Majick RavenHawk has been creating art since she was a child. Art provided her an outlet after a childhood riddled with abuse and trauma, teaching her to be in the moment and to let go of her fears. She's displayed works in galleries around the country and abroad. Her clients range from local collectors to collectors in the UK and in Germany. Majick is an intuitive artist with a contemporary flair. She focuses on both aspects of the human psyche, both dark and light. She creates in all mediums from painting, pottery, digital to sculpture. Michael Tarricone is a watercolor and mixed media artist and an instructor living in northern New Jersey. His professional career started in television graphics long before computers, and he spent nearly 40 years in the graphics industry in New York City. After retiring in 2002, Michael decided to direct his artistic talent toward watercolor painting and eventually to mixed media. Today he's become a successful workshop instructor specifically working with quick cure clay. He's also an administrator for 3 Facebook groups, including Brush O Fun, Art Sharks, and the Quick Cure Clay group. Melba Carter began painting in 1981 in Houston, Texas. She taught some classes there and in 1986 moved to Wagner, Oklahoma. In 1990, she was offered an opportunity to work with Benny and Smith, the Liquitex division. She loved working with the many great artists there and had opportunity to travel for them, teaching others new techniques and products. Now, she's a helping hand artist for Deco Art. Marianne Bayless is an intuitive figurative artist and a jeweler with emphasis of inspiring emotional healing and well-being through the use of archetypes and symbols. Jessica Burke is an artist who paints anything she can get her hands on. She's a face painter, a children's book illustrator, a keepsake cartoonist, painter of portraits, landscapes, seascapes, angels, and so much more. She's a fan of Disney, Marvel, DC, time travel, stories, and creativity. Vicki Ross has been involved in the arts from a young age as a student, tutor, designer, and a constant creator in all media since her 20s. After a major life-changing event in 2001, she began creating fine art full-time, studying with the masters of our time. It led her to create Actually.com, which is spelled Axully. She started that website so she could share some of the tutors she admires with others. She studied with some of the greatest artists of today and gained signature status in several international groups. Vicki has displayed art in France and Santa Fe, New Mexico, as well as other galleries in the U.S. Currently, her focus is mixed media and paper art, teaching online and developing a successful YouTube following. Ina Salisbury is a mixed media artist who likes lots of different art forms, from painting, especially abstracts, to collaging with paper and fabric. She enjoys art journaling and journal making, altering objects and especially assemblages. In all her art projects, she likes to combine simple materials and mediums with unusual, recycled and repurposed objects. Nevaquaya is a Comanche award-winning artist and musician. He's based in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and for inquiries you can contact him at Nevaquaya@yahoo.com. Paul Kennedy is an artist from Oklahoma who works mostly in acrylics. He considers himself a hobbyist who has been fortunate enough to sell a few pieces here and there. He can be found on Facebook and on Instagram. Theresa Stewart's favorite class when she was a child was art. At age 12, she had a friend whose mother owned a flower shop, and she worked in the back of the store learning how to make bud vases and corsages. She competed and won awards in Project Cuffway, sponsored by Rustic Cuff, using recycled fabric gift bags as part of the design. She presently enjoys felting and owns Works of Heart, Wearable Art by Theresa. A few years ago, Dee Elms said that a couple of wonderful and talented friends got her started in acrylics and mixed media. She enjoys card making and costume creating too. She loves to slip into the creative flow, and inspiration is everywhere she looks. From an emblem on the passing truck or the soft gradient hues seen on a fallen leaf. She says that one thing is for sure. Once you've seen the world through the eyes of an artist, you're never, ever the same. Theresa Lowe is a self-taught artist. She started drawing manga girls when she was young. Then life happened. Art found its way back to her as a comforting friend during some of her most trying moments in life. Her art reflects how she's feeling at that moment. Her form of art is art journaling. She loves to paint faces, especially eyes. They're the windows to the soul, and she loves to connect with like-minded souls. You can find Theresa on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as Theresa Lowe Art. Michelle Simons is from Southern California. She's an artist working in mixed media, watercolor, and acrylic. She also does knitting and crochet. She loves to create things. You can find her on Facebook group Buttercup Art Studio. And she's my co-administrator in the Facebook group that's putting on this art show for you at Studio ABC. Watercolor used to be the forte of Vicky Hansen Karney, but lately she's been experimenting in acrylic and oil paintings. The paintings shown here were all completed in the year 2020. Dempsey, who also goes by Kathleen, delves into the realization of who she is through the use of color, creativity, and perseverance. She's a soul who loves many aspects of life, lives it, and shows the world through her eyes and her hands. Veronica Spain's an Oklahoma native. She holds a Bachelor of Fine Arts in 3D Studio from Northeastern State University in Oklahoma. These pieces that she's showing here are all art studies. Her long-term projects include currently working on art for a language book, animation and game design that all coordinate together. She works in various mediums, both 2D and 3D. At present, she works as a full-time ESL teacher. She's a horse trainer and presently transitioning to digital art for various future projects. Marianne followed in her father's footsteps in that she didn't start arting until she was eligible for senior discounts. She's informally taught and states that she watched a lot of YouTube videos. She found her way to gel printing and then digital art. She combines them with old family photos and sayings gleaned from various sources. This has given her a fun outlet for a series she calls Altered Ancestors. The collection can be seen in an album on her Facebook page, and it's called The Queen's Crafts. Gayla Mitchell has been an artist all of her life. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Science and Arts in Oklahoma and has many hours in graphic arts from Oklahoma State University, IT. She teaches high school art and has done that for 40 years. She loves all facets of visual arts. Painting and printmaking are her personal favorites. She is the 2020 Oklahoma Art Teacher of the Year. Diona Arts has a collection of original alcohol ink paintings entitled Spirit Flow. Her inspiration for this collection came primarily from the beauty of nature. She explores the fluidity of alcohol ink and celebrates the joyous use of color in the creation of abstract paintings. She explores creative flow as the important flow of cycles in our lives. These all merge together to create a dynamic union of elements acting as a metaphor for the ethereal or spiritual, which she expresses as spirit flow. Check out her Etsy shop. Shemi Dixon is a woman of many interests, a mixed media artist, an abstract painter, altered art artist, and art journaler. She sells her mixed media artwork at local art shows throughout Colorado. She owns an online art business, teaches art workshops, creates online classes, and creates weekly tutorials for over 12,000 subscribers on YouTube. Lucey Jabo was born in Puerto Rico, raised in the Bronx, and she's a mixed media artist now based in Pennsylvania. Most of her work is about Puerto Rican culture. Whether it's sculpture or painting, she strives to deliver a poignant reflection of human resiliency and what makes us drive forward: hope, faith, and love. Joy Eaton lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and feels blessed that she can make art full-time. She's dabbled in a lot of different media, but right now, charcoal and acrylic are her favorites. She does portrait commissions, but enjoys fantasy fan art for herself. She also sells her prints. Her Facebook page is listed as Artwork by Joy. Dark Angle is a multi-talented artist who now calls Tulsa home. She spent her youth traveling the United States and was able to meet many different people who taught her unique ways to view the world around her. Although she's not classically trained, she has had the opportunity to learn from many different amazing artists. One teacher showed her how to unlock the door of artistic expression and use it to express herself and find healing in the world of color and paint. Through her art, she creates visual poetry bursting with colorful energy that reflects the soul and connects the viewer on a soulful level. Each piece is lovingly handcrafted with heart and soul. Linda Ann McIntosh. Oh, that's me. I'm an artist, a wanderer, and a wanderer. There weren't any art classes offered in my school when I was a child, so I was creative at home and hid my art under the bed. I wasn't ashamed of it, it just didn't occur to me that I should show it to anyone. My joy was in the journey, and it still is. Upon entering college, everybody thought that I was going to major in science or English or maybe even math, but I found my art passion in the art department. Sharing that passion in public and private settings has been my life's work for over 40 years. You can find me at Studio ABC on Facebook and here on YouTube. If you're interested in purchasing some of the art or getting to know the artist better, check in the description box below for their information. I also will share any comments that you make below about any artist's work. If you enjoyed something, let that artist know. And if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.